Old Navy though?
Right now.
Why is that okay at Old Navy though? Because Old Navy is even more like everyone for the family, and there's kids like kids puffer jackets next to adult puffer jackets, like, you know, dog puffer jackets, like, all right there, right? Why is that okay at Old Navy, but for at Gap, or is it okay at Old Navy and at Gap, for some reason that's not?
I think it's more consistent. Like, their stuff feels younger, even for adults.
Yeah.
Whereas at Gap, their adult stuff feels like it's for work, and their kids stuff feels like it's for play. At Old Navy, it's for play for everyone.
Okay.
And Old Navy, it's like everyone's telling the same, like it's the Old Navy, it's their whole family shtick.
Right.
Like they're telling the same story from 0 to 60.
Okay.
And at Gap, it's like I think of the one in Lincoln Center, it's like you literally walk in, it's like, okay, we have like the NASA t-shirts here and the fake 60s rock band stuff and the jeans over here. But it's like you look through that wall, that little hole in the wall where the kids section is, and it's like screaming color and it's crinoline and puppies, and it's like they did the Kate Spade collaboration a bunch of years ago, and like it's a cool kids brand, I think, but it's like seeing that when I'm also like trying to be cool and buying these like this really expensive overcoat, it just feels like it's not telling the same story, and it's like almost if the wall was closed it would be fine, and if I walked out and I wasn't seeing them at the same time. But like I actually buy a lot of stuff from Gap Body.
Okay.
And I feel like sometimes when there's the one down like near NYU where it's like a separate store and I could just like walk in there, buy that stuff, and it feels like a not skeezy Victoria's Secret, where it's like, oh, I can go buy some like cute comfy underwear or a fun sleep shirt. It's like, oh, this is it tells a nice really cute story. I can go in and leave, and I'm not like getting all of these 20 different messages when I'm in there.
Okay. Anyone else about like what can Gap do? And or more importantly, like what? Huh?
Those plastic bags with the rope thing that like gets switched around the wrist that they had.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's like you can't hold it, and then it's like on your wrist, and then it cinches closed, and then it spins around a bunch of times.
So many childhood.
This is why you guys are here. I guess just going back to that original question, like why is it okay that Old Navy is a store where you can, I'm going to ask you, Mo, like why is it okay that like it's got everything from baby to adults to dogs to whatever, but like Gap, you know, is got different sections and it feels different. Like is one, are you more tolerant of one in Old Navy versus what you would see in the Gap?
For one, for the Old Navy commercials I've seen, they show whole family.
Okay.
They show kids.
Is that good?
That's good. That's their brand.
Okay.
But for Gap, they have a kids section. I don't recall seeing too many kids in the Gap ad.
But when you go shopping for yourself, like you said, I don't want to see the kids section. I don't want kids, you know. But why do you guys put up with that at Old Navy? Because you got kids running around, right? At Old Navy, it's like kids central.
I think what you said, that you have a puffer coat for me and for my dog and for these are all invisible. But the fact that I can get the same thing is kind of more what you were saying, is that you walk into the Gap and you're getting a disconnect between what you're buying for your kids and what you're buying for yourself.
Okay.
I think so for people who don't have kids, it's not really that one-stop shop where you can go and put your kid in something cute and, by the way, pick something else for yourself.
Okay.
Maybe Gap, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe Gap feels a little impersonal.
Okay.
I feel like a certain personality type or some maybe person where they're in their life will go to Old Navy for a reason. Gap is, you can go whenever, and you can be anybody, and you can be a
But isn't
serial
that
killer.
good?
Huh?
But isn't that good? Not that you want to be a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. It's not inopportune moment, right? But the fact that you can buy, like a couple of you said, I stopped shopping there at like in high school or somewhere on that. But isn't that good that a store has enough range that you can buy something when you're 20, you could buy something when you're 50.
But then you're not able to give yourself your own identity.
Okay, tell me what that means.
If you're going there too from when you're a kid to when you're an adult, I know this counters what I just said about them being separate, but you know, as a teenager then, and you're shopping in the adult section, and then you're trying to explore your own style and create yourself as an adult, as you get out from under your parents' shop, taking you there to shop. if it's the same thing still years later, then that's not going to give you anything to really choose from to create yourself.
And even on the single trip on the day, it's like you go in, there's about 4,000 white shirts on a tight rack, and it's like, do I want that white shirt or what that white shirt or that white shirt? So like, you don't pick up any kind of new idea when you're in there.
Okay.
I really just felt like I'd stop there for something classic, basic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there's not like inspiration for something new and different there for you, John?
Yeah,
Is that
I
what
don't
it's
think. I don't really vision it like changing anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then I think it would lose the people that want it for the
No,
class.
I'm trying to get you guys in there. Forget the people who go in there. I'm trying to get you guys in there more, and help Gap Inc. So in that sense, who is the Gap shopper? Like, who do you guys envision? What is their age? What are they doing? What is their job? Like, who is in there shopping, and whose closet is full of Gap right now?
Serial killers.
All right, where else? Okay,
I think it's the person who wants to dress well, but to piggyback off of what you had said, right? Doesn't quite have their foothold in like what my sense of style is,
Okay.
right? But I want to look good, and I'm reminded of there's a Reddit forum for male fashion advice, and they have this basic wardrobe, and their basic wardrobe is Gap olive chinos and a Gap blue button down. And the reason why they recommend it is because it's like you can be anybody. And if you just want to look nice, right, you can buy these two things from the Gap and you will look good. But like if you want to add personality to it, if you want to add your own twist to it, that's not the place you go to.
Okay.
Right? So like I think of that person and like the 45-year-old dad, right, who I want to shop, I don't have time to like maybe explore H&M and their 30,000 or Zara and their 30,000 different items. But I want to look, inoffensive
And you can pick up cute clothes for your kid.
and you can, yeah.
How about the rest of you? Like, who is that person who's shopping at Gap religiously, whose closet is full of Gap?
It's interesting because I can't envision I can think of different male men who are presenting male looks.
Okay,
from
sure.
the Gap.
Okay, tell me.
Where it could be an interesting or okay, maybe they will throw in a wild sweater every once in a while, and the quality is nice enough where it feels like the cost is worth it.
Okay.
But what I think of who would I think of as a woman who shops at the Gap?
Yeah.
Because I feel like everything I would see in there I could probably find I know I could find cheaper at Old Navy, a version of it, because it's Old Navy clothes are just the watering down of whatever is it, Banana or Gap. But it's it feels like everything, at least in some of the more recent women's collections, I could find at Target in an interesting place, or I could find at H&M, and it's I don't know who would a mom with a little bit more disposable income, so she wants to treat herself to something that's nicer, or someone who's investing in children's clothing, or not children, but for your middle schooler in the fall that's going to last them through the whole year. But I think maybe someone who is looking to buy something once, who isn't as interested in having a personal style or having, doesn't want to think about their clothes. They just go and buy a jacket that they know is going to last them for 5 years, and they don't have to think about buying another one.
Steve Jobs.
That's what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Describe who's got a closet. Describe the person who's got a closet full of Gap, and that's their go-to store.
I think an IT dude, or maybe a single guy, or maybe someone who doesn't. I don't want to be mean, but someone who doesn't go out and have fun that much, or maybe works at a job they don't like.
Oh, no.
And I dress up as Steve Jobs one Halloween, and I went to the Gap to get my turtleneck, and that's kind of a simple dude. I know, and maybe not a city guy, but someone who shops religiously, maybe not.
It doesn't have to go fashionable.
Yeah.
I think of Elaine from Seinfeld.
Okay.
One episode where, well, what do you want to do? Go to Gap? All right, let's do it. So, I don't know, that's just what comes to my mind.
Okay. What are you going to say?
A woman, if we're trying to think of the woman who does shop there, that is maybe right out of college, early 20s, in an entry-level office job, and that's probably not the clothes that she wears to go out after work, but she needs a wardrobe for work, and so, Gap is affordable, so she has her closet full of that for work, but there's still the separate section for weekends and nights.
Okay. How about you, Bo? How would you describe someone who shops at Gap regularly, his closet is very Gap friendly.